Hi everyone, nice to meet you. Students today are overwhelmed between college lists, essays, scholarships, and deadlines. Most of them are operating in confusion and panic. Counselors are overloaded, parents are stressed, and students are guessing their way through one of the most important decisions of their life. That is why we built Orbit AI. Orbit is not just another tool. It acts like a structured, always-on college guidance layer between counselor meetings. It keeps students moving forward, organized, and clear on what to do next. Instead of chaos, they get direction. Instead of anxiety, they get a plan. Let me show you how it works. So, on my screen, you see the student dashboard. The goal here is simple: clarity and control. At the top, a student immediately sees where they are in their journey. Below that, everything is structured into three core pillars: universities, scholarships, and essays. Instead of juggling between spreadsheets and scattered notes, everything lives in one organized platform. For example, here we can see a university is added, the current status marked as planning, and pending tasks are clearly visible. Students can add notes, track progress, and never lose context. Orbit turns a chaotic applications into a structured workflow. So let's go to right fit matchup from over here. Now this is where Orbit becomes truly intelligent. Instead of randomly browsing colleges, students define what actually matters to them: academics, test scores, culture, location, financial constraints, even personality alignment. Each tab expands into a deeper granularity. For example, under academics, you can enter SAT, ACT, and GPA. Under culture, you can define whether you lean towards an introvert or an extrovert, collaborative or competitive, and even assign how important culture for your decision. The system then weighs these factors and calculates a preference match, not just an admit chance. This is not about chasing brand names. It's about finding a college that genuinely fits who you are and where you will thrive. I highly recommend students spend time here. The more thoughtful your inputs, the smarter your results. Okay, moving on. Within the right fit matcher, you also have a map view. You can access it from here. This allows students to visualize and explore universities across the US instead of just reading names on a list. See geographic clusters, compare regions, and understand location strategy instantly. Now here's where it gets powerful. You can sort colleges using AI-generated right fit matcher or switch presets based on admission probability, ranking. You can even create a fully custom weighting model. So whether a student prioritizes brand value, admit safety, personal preference, or a balanced mix, Orbit adapts to their strategy. This isn't just filtering, it's dynamic decision modeling. Now let's move to the application planner. And this is where everything comes together into a cohesive execution system. When a student lands here, they can browse recommended colleges or directly search for specific universities. Once they click Add to List, they are prompted to select the exact deadline and the target year. This ensures every application is assigned to a real timeline and not a vague intention. Once added, the system automatically activates structured task planning. Inside the task board, students can track progress, to-do, and completed column. Each task comes with estimated effort, priority level, and due dates. This transforms applications from overwhelming to manageable. Then there's the timeline view. This gives a micro-level visual of all tasks and deadlines across months. Students can see how work overlaps and plan proactively instead of reacting at the last minute. Finally, the calendar view breaks everything down day by day. It becomes a personal execution dashboard where nothing slips through the cracks. Application planning is no longer a spreadsheet exercise. It's structured, visual, and intelligently organized inside Orbit. Welcome back. Now we come to the highlight of Orbit, the AI essay coach. This is not a simple text generator. Behind the scenes, we deploy 8 specialized agents working in parallel. Each agent focuses on different dimensions, whether you're talking about narrative, structure, authenticity, emotional resonance, clarity, differentiation, strategic positioning, and alignment with the university expectation. We have analyzed thousands of successful and unsuccessful essays to engineer a system that ensures structural integrity and personalized direction. The goal is not just to write something memorable, it is to create something unforgettable. When a student lands here, they can start a new session, load previous sessions, but in this case, we're reviewing an existing draft. The system evaluates the essay within the context of the university, the prompt, word constraints, and structural flow. From there, the agents collaborate to define positioning, eliminate generic language, and strengthen impact. This dramatically increases the odds of standing out, especially when applying to competitive universities. Now, let's look at the AI scholarship matcher. You'll notice this feels familiar. Just like the right college matcher, We start with structured criteria. Students can input their basic profile, financial backgrounds, key decision variables including test scores, activities, location preferences, military and service, etc. We have carefully mapped key decision variables that actually influence scholarship eligibility. Instead of randomly browsing online, students enter real data and let the system work for them. Once the fields are filled, Orbit generates curated scholarship matches. Each result shows the rewards amount, deadline, eligibility criteria, and most importantly, a match percentage. This gives students clarity on realistically where they stand. That means you're not just applying blindly, you can prioritize scholarships where your probability is stronger and strategically plan your funding. Beyond matched scholarships, students can browse our full database of over 13,000 scholarships aggregated inside Orbit. This represents significant funding opportunities, all searchable and filterable within one system. This transforms scholarships from a scattered search process into a structured funding strategy. Finally, this is Solvi, our AI-powered undergrad counselor. Think of Solvi as a 24/7 guidance layer that sits on top of entire Orbit ecosystem. Student can ask anything from how to start their college journey, application to prep strategies, recommendation letters, scholarships, or application timeline. Unlike static FAQs, Solvi responds contextually. It provides structured, step-by-step guidance and not vague advice. The responses are practical, actionable, and aligned with your admissions journey. Students can start a new conversations, revisit past conversations, and track their chat history. Whether a student feels stuck, confused, or just needs clarity at 11 p.m. before a deadline, Solvi's there.